Welcome back, friends, to the arena. I am the bearded, and I hope today that you are going to be the bold, because we're going to need to be bold as we dive into the color challenge. After you've completed the tutorial, this is the first screen that you're going to encounter. But fear not, if for some reason you had to turn off your game after watching my first video and couldn't continue watching this entire series in one full shot, when you log in, you'll probably end up here. The home screen. Ah, so beautiful. And you'll find you've got the color challenge quest right here, which you can click on at any time. While we're here, we might as well take a look at a couple other things. Your profile. Up at the top.
You have two ranks, one for constructed and one for limited. Your constructed rank is affected by ranked games, while your limited rank is tied to draft and sealed events.
Thank you very much, Sparky. So yes, we're not going to get too much into these right now, but you have constructed rank and limited rank. So you can play competitively if you wish with other players, and as you rank up, you get more rewards. So packs, gold, gems potentially, things of that nature. But what we're going to look at for this profile screen is our avatar and even the pet selection. We won't have really that many pet selections. We have none. Look at that. It's almost like we have to earn them or buy them. You can go to the store and buy any of these if you want. We'll have a quick look at that. Good old store. You can buy bundles for either real money, if you happen to have the spare cash. I personally recommend the welcome bundle. It's a good bang for your buck. 2,500 gems, 5 packs for $5. 5 packs in the game costs 5 fake gold, which you'll find up here in the top right hand corner, how much gold you actually have. So it's 1,000 gold per pack, and you get 2,500 gems. Just to show you guys, if you wanted to see what it's worth, so that's $4.99 for 2,500 gems and 5 packs. $4.99 at the store only gets you 750 gems. So it's somewhere in the between $10 and $20, so probably about halfway-ish. You're looking at about $15 worth of gems. And then as far as packs are concerned, you can buy 6 packs for 1,200 gems, or 3 packs for 600. So 5 packs, you're looking at probably about 900 to 1,000 gold or gems. So you're getting some good value for $4.99. So if you happen to have the spare money, if you have a credit card, great. If you don't, well, maybe you can ask your parents if you need to, and they might be able to approve that for you. Because $5 isn't a ton of money, but again, I'm not here to spend your money for you. Lots of other packs here. This one's pretty sweet. I'm not going to go too much into it, but you can have a look at all the different bundles here, guys. You can save up your gold, spend it on these. You can use your gems if you like to buy. And then there's the really expensive stuff here if you happen to want to throw a lot of money at this game. I personally do not want to throw a lot of money at it. Been playing for 2 years. I think I spent $30 at most. Probably a little bit less than that. Feel free to check out anything else in the store, guys. I'm not going to go over absolutely everything right now unless you want me to. Feel free to leave it in the comments. I do recommend taking a look at the daily deals every day. Because yes, you do have to spend actual gold to get these cosmetics for your cards, things of that nature. But sometimes they have some deals where one that they like to come out every now and again is you pay 50 gold and you get 500 gold. So free fake money, right? So it's always nice to check these out. Go back to the home screen for now. Flick it back over to profile. You guys can change your avatar if you want. Comes with some free avatars just for signing up. I personally am a big fan of
Tell me you're
Tezzeret.
not impressed.
It's one of my favorite planeswalkers.
Don't
Jace.
worry.
Jace is my
This
boy.
is all just an illusion.
We'll go over the colors as we go through the challenges, but I am a blue mage at heart. I love just messing with people and basically saying, no, you're not allowed to do that when they try to cast a spell, which is what blue is really good at doing. Also, planning as well. Blue is very good at planning ahead. Johnny's a cool backstory, though.
Together.
So, you know, he's cool just for that reason. But Tezzeret, Jace, they're my boys.
We'll make this look easy.
I'll go with Jace for today, just for fun. And Mastery is something we can talk about later. But at this point, let's just move on to decks. We have none. They're all locked. But we get them from the color challenge. So they will show up here. You guys can also make decks here if you want with cards that we already own. But we don't own a lot right now, so we're just going to not worry about too much. Again, packs we talked about. Store we talked about. Mastery is really fun. It's 3,400 gems for Mastery. So you don't quite get it with the welcome pack, but you guys can earn gems during the game while you're playing. You can save up, buy this essentially for free if you play enough, or if you get the welcome pack and play a little bit. You unlock free stuff just for playing the game without even buying the Mastery Pass up at the top row here. But the bottom row is where you get all the premium stuff if you actually buy the Mastery Pack. Starting off with this guy right here. But as you can see, you get a lot of things like gold packs, the little orbs that go into your Mastery tree here. You get a free draft token where you can win gold and packs and gems potentially. But you also win gems, so I did the math on this before. You pay 3,400 gems. I think you get 1,600 back. So you can keep that in mind when you're saving up. You don't, once you buy the first Mastery Pass, you don't have to save up as much to get the another Mastery Pass when the next season comes out. So some cool stuff here. Go back to home though, and we're going to get into some gaming. Enough of the semantics here. We're going to get to the color challenge. As I said, I'm a blue mage. I love blue, but we're going to start at the top. We're going to go with white.
Claw is what it takes, then so be it.
White versus red. Red often uses many small creatures to overwhelm their opponents. Yes, red is the aggro or aggro deck, so a lot of little creatures attack really quickly before you can get your defenses up, try and finish the game off. Also has a lot of direct damage, so like lightning bolts, shock, things that go directly to the player's health total or to the creature. White, steadfast. They like to put out creatures as well, try and keep up with things like red decks. They can anyways. But they also work with things like enchantments where you can make your creatures more powerful, like we saw in the last video. Put on things like a Knight's Pledge, which makes your creature more powerful and you can swing in. So likes to build up a wall in an army, but a different kind of wall in army. But we'll get into it. We're going to hit play here. We're going to try and earn these cards by winning games against the computer, the dreaded AI. Alright. They already got a goblin out. We can't do much turn one because everything on our hand costs 2 mana. So we're going to play a plains. So we can go ahead and try and start casting something, to be honest with you. But in the meantime, this is going to hurt. Play our other land. Let's see what these guys do. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Hallowed Priest, so it gets stronger as we gain life. This is a 2/2. This guy is also a 2/2, but whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. We definitely want to play him first. You guys can just auto-cast if you want to, or you can manually tap your mana by clicking on it. Only really important when you start mixing and matching mana colors. But since you're just going all white, might as well just auto cast moving forward. Not gonna block. We're gonna start gaining some life back, which is great. We're gonna play a land, and we're gonna play this guy right here. He's gonna become a 2/2 right away because we gained a life. So he gets a counter. So he is gonna get pretty big pretty quick unless they do something about it. Not too worried about that. This guy here, whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. So, yeah, that could hurt. Could hit us for swing for 1, 2, 3, 5 damage. Even if we block, he's still going to hit us for 5 damage without us even having to choose our blockers first. So that could get pretty messy. Play our land. We want to get another Impassioned Order out so we can start gaining 2 life every time we play a creature. For now, we'll gain the 1. Play this guy. He's going to become a 3/3 right away. We gain 2 life. Puts 2 counters on. 3/3, 5/5. However, we are not going to swing at the moment. I'm not, anyways. You could swing with the 5/5, but that'll stop him from attacking. Or Chandra, I should say, her from attacking. Because we have a 5/5 and the computer won't want to lose a lot of creatures. We'll play another Shrine Keeper, or a Shrine Keeper, our first one. Get more priests going. We have more mana. We have nothing else to cast other than this guy, so we will throw him out. Keep pumping these guys up with +1/+1 counters. And now we are going to swing, because they are going to have to at least block one of them, but they will block both. So here we are. Predictable. Very predictable. That is a minor problem. But we will block with one of our 2/2s because we need to start saving a little bit of our life because we're going to get hit for 4 damage every turn here. And who knows what we're going to draw. We may only be able to gain 2 life a turn. So we will block a 2/2 with a 2/1 with our 2/2. And now we are mana flooded. But that is okay. Mana flooding, getting too much mana, not usually a good thing when you don't have anything else to cast. We will actually swing with everything, just because they only have 1 creature left. He does get to put out a 1/1 only when we block it, so not when he blocks, so that's good. So he can block if he wants to. And Chandra is in trouble. She is in trouble. That is unfortunate. Okay, but they tapped out. We don't even need to play this. We can just win right now. So the computer basically let us win, but even if they didn't attack, they could only block one thing, so we'd won no matter what at that point once they stopped casting creatures. So red deck can get a lot of creatures out quickly, but if you can deal with them, they usually run out of cards in their hand, and then it's very hard for a red deck to reset. Return to collection. Yes, deck upgrade. I do want to add these to my deck. I will upgrade the deck. Take a look at those a little closer right now. This guy, yeah, whenever he attacks, create 2 1/1s. They will also be tapped and attacking, and they have lifelink. Lifelink means they gain every time they deal a damage, however much damage they deal, you gain that much life. So 2 1/1s means you get 2 life, regardless of whether they get blocked or if they do damage directly to the person. And I was so caught up on this, I didn't realize what the other one was. It was probably the Angel of Vitality, but I honestly only saw this one and didn't see anything else. Angel of Vitality is really good. If you gain life, you gain an additional 1 life, which is awesome. Goes off with, or combines with, I should say, Impassioned Order. Every time you gain a life from a creature entering, you gain 2 life instead. And then gets +2/+2 as long as you have 25 or more life. So it gets stronger the more life you have. So great in a life gain deck. Alright. Charmed Stray also can potentially get counters, has lifelink, it's fantastic. Depending on how many Charmed Strays you have, so there's 4 in the deck, every time you put another one out, it gets stronger, that's great. This cat, unfortunately, does not count. Only Charmed Stray, not every cat. Such a shame. Such a shame. This guy, not a great card. 2/2 for 2. In the game of Magic is called a bear, because the very first card that was printed that was called that had 2 mana cost and 2 power, 2 toughness was actually a bear creature. So every 2 mana 2/2 that is created moving forward is known as a bear, just cause. But 3 mana, you see the activated ability there. I can't move my mouse or else it'll disappear. Oh no. 1 white mana, 2 of any other mana, and it gains First Strike. First Strike is a nice card, or nice ability. You can see over the description, when it deals damage to a creature, it deals its damage first. The other creature does not get to actually deal any damage to this creature. So if that creature has 2 toughness, and I activate First Strike, this creature will kill the other creature first, because Moorland Inquisitor gets to deal their damage first. So pretty useful, but 3 mana is quite expensive. Essentially means if I want to swing in with this guy and attack, and they choose to, if I want to activate the First Strike, I have to actually leave up 3 mana to wait for them to block. And then if they do, I have to spend the 3 mana to then activate First Strike. But then that means, if I only have 3 mana, or maybe even 4 mana, that means I can't cast anything else for the turn. So is First Strike really that important? Probably not, but it might be. You never know. Pacifism is a great card. I love this card. It's been printed so many times throughout Magic's history. Enchant a creature can attack or block. It's great. They put out a big beefy creature that's 8 power, 8 toughness. Maybe it can fly. Maybe it's got lifelink, so it gains lots of life. Maybe it's got so many scary words on it, but now all of a sudden he's just knitting a little scarf. Maybe it'll be for us. I don't know. Maybe it's for Christmas. But we'll move on, guys. We won't go over the rest of the cards just now. You guys will be able to look at these as well. They really advise you read all the cards, especially if you're new to Magic. Read all the cards. Try and understand what they mean. Play with them. Play as much as you can with them, just to sort of get a feel out what do the cards do, how do they interact with all the other cards in your deck. Let's plow ahead. Got this. I believe in us. I believe we can beat a pre-programmed computer. 1/1 Death Touch. That means no matter how big our creature is, if it deals 1 damage to it, our creature will die. It doesn't matter if it's got 1,000,000 toughness. It'll kill our creature if it blocks it or it does damage to us in some way. Not fun, but we will impassion order because we like to gain life in this deck. That's what white decks are good at, gaining life. No, Liliana, we will not block your 1/1s because we are not afraid of your 1/1s. We will gain a life back. This guy put 1 counter on it. That's not great. I could have swung in. He probably wouldn't have blocked, but who knows. Okay. Target blocking or blocked creature I control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Good, but doesn't protect us from Death Touch, so not super useful at the moment, but let us gain 2 life with Hallowed Priest coming into the battlefield, and it gets 2 counters on it, +1/+1 counters, so we have a 3/3. We will start swinging them. Gotta get their life total down. We can gain life, but we need to get them nice and low. It's not great. Well, we're not going to block their 1/1s. They can just keep hitting us for 1, 2 every turn. That's fine. Whenever a creature dealt damage, this turn dies. Put a 1/1 counter on this guy. Classic card's been around for a long time as well. One of the originals, I think. But flying, not great. So we can't block it with anything we currently have. However, with our 5th mana, we can make this guy a 6/6 with flying. Gets +3/+3. So they probably won't block. Is there anything else? We could be sneaky and just swing in. But if Lily blocks with this creature, we could give it our creature +2/+2, make it a 5/5. It dies, this guy lives, but then that's all we can do this turn because we won't have enough mana to do anything else. But it wants us to play this, so we're going to play it anyways. It is the best card. It is the best thing to do this turn, for sure. We're not going to swing in with these, just in case the computer gets cheeky and decides to block one of our 2/2s with their 4/4. So we're just going to swing with 6. They choose not to block us. Alright. That's a minor issue, but alright. Okay. Well, I think we can win this race, if I'm being honest with you guys. Both at 10, I can gain 2 life. We get a 3/3 or an 8/8. They will have to block at this point. I will swing with everything, because I can't block the flyer anyways, unless I keep this person back, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, we will swing. And they did decide to get cheeky. Interesting. Well, we will take out the Sengir Vampire with the tactical advantage. And win the game next turn? Maybe? We'll see. Well, they're not really. They're really? Interesting. Alright, well, they definitely want us to win, so there's that. A regular player would not have attacked in that situation, but the computer wants us to win, so we'll just win. Making it easy for us. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for more prizes for our victories. The game wants to make it easy for us to get a deck, obviously, and learn the finer points of Magic and whatnot. Deck upgrade. Another Moorland Inquisitor. Not a big deal. This dinosaur is very expensive to cast. 7 mana. 7 whole mana, but has double strike. Double strike, very similar to first strike, but double. So, as anybody can read that, but essentially, if you swing in with this dinosaur and it deals 3 damage, but say the blocking creature has 4 toughness, Goring Ceratops will deal 3 damage first because it has first strike, but because it has double strike, it will deal 3 damage again. So if the creature blocking is, say, 3 damage and 3 attack, 4 toughness, it will kill our Goring Ceratops, but we will also kill that 3/4 as well because we will deal 6 damage to it over 2 damage instances. So Double Strike is a very powerful card, powerful ability on pretty much every card. I highly recommend playing cards that have Double Strike, but 7 mana is pretty expensive. This also does make all your other creatures that are attacking along with your Ceratops get Double Strike as well, which is super powerful, hence it being 7 mana. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our deck with those. Gonna have a quick peek though. 60 card deck. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep everything in here for now. If we ever get more than 60 cards, which is the typical, it's It's the typical amount. You can have more than 60, but regulation is 60 cards. You don't want to play anything less than that unless you're playing a format like, for example, a draft, which we will get into later. You can have less than 60 cards. But for this, 60 cards, if we get, as we win more white cards, I'll probably end up taking out the Moorland Inquisitors first, depending on what we get, just because we'll probably get better cards, but we'll see. Alright. Going up against Jace, my boy! Sorry, Jace. We're gonna have to... because I am the beard. The beard always wins. This is a lot of mana. But it's okay. Mana is good. That is not great, though, because we didn't need 6 mana. We didn't need to draw mana on our first turn, but here we are. We will not block. Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is not great, but okay. I think the game really wants us to get us to a Ceratops. I think that's what it's trying to do. Just give us enough mana that we can cast the Ceratops sooner rather than later. But we will swing. They have 3 blue mana up. Blue, as a color, is very good at doing things on other players' turns, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had something. They don't. Either something with flash, they could return the creature to my hand, something like that. They could have a counter. They do it. Blue plays a lot of counter magic, which essentially means if I try to cast something, they will say no. I'm not allowed to do that. Which is annoying, but I love doing it to other people. So I could block, try to use tactical advantage. If it gets countered, then we trade. I think I want to keep the Moorland Inquisitor for right now. I think I'd rather use this on the offensive to make him a 4/4 rather than blocking with him. I'd rather try and get that extra 2 points of damage in, or trade with another creature, something like that. But we're gonna give it a go. Alright, they're not doing much. We're winning this race so far, as far as life total is concerned. That's not great. But this is a situation where we now have enough mana where we can swing. They choose to block with their Era Elemental. We give our Moorland Inquisitor first strike and give it +2/+2, so it'll be 4 to power 4 toughness. And we kill the Era Elemental, but we survive. And yeah, there it is. It wants to give us 7 mana so we can play that. Shocking. Well, we have 8 mana. That's not ideal. But here we are. So we will swing and do exactly what I just said. So we will give our Moorland Inquisitor first strike. And then we will give it +2/+2 until end of turn. And we will destroy the Era Elemental with our axes. Because there's the one thing science has told us, everyone. You can defeat wind with a sharp axe. Or even an old one. Just cut right through it. Alright, what do we got here? Tap all creatures your opponents control. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Bit of a panic button card, or we can do it to try and finish off the game. If we have enough damage to go through with, as long as they don't block, we can just tap all their creatures so that they can't block us anymore. It is at sorcery speed. You'll see that some cards like this one have instant. Instant means we can cast it anytime we want, basically, on our turn or the opponent's turn. Sorcery means we can only play it on our turn. So, definitely not something we can play on their turn to save our lives. If they're going to swing in and attack us and deal enough damage to kill us, we can't tap their creatures in response to them trying to attack us, which would then prevent the attack. So, definitely an offensive spell, not a defensive spell. Okay, so we can swing, but we can't do the same thing we did last turn because we can only give it first strike. Moorland Inquisitor, we can't give Moorland Inquisitor +2/+2, so we will lose our Era Elemental. However, if we are patient, we can give, in 2 turns, we can give them double strike. So we could tap their air elemental, swing in for 4 life, or 4 damage, gain 4 life because this gives them lifelink. But I don't think it's ideal for right now, so we will just not attack. We will save the mana to defend against the Coral Merfolk, I believe. Yeah, okay. So this is the situation where we'll definitely want to glad we saved this so we can tap down and gain some life. Alright. We're going to pass, because we want to block first, then give them first strike. It doesn't really matter, but that is the correct way to do things. Is you want to try and do your combat trick, which is something that you do during combat when you're choosing blockers or you're attacking. You want to play your card or your special ability last, if at all possible. We're going to block. We're going to activate their ability. Give them first strike. And we win. Just like that. But we take 4 damage. Okay. So, what are we going to draw here? Okay, we do want to play this. Now, we have to attack. Actually, you know what? I did that wrong. See, guys, this is how we make mistakes. We're going to lose next turn, because I should have played this to gain the 4 life. But I got greedy thinking, well, I'll gain the life after I get double strike. So, we're going to lose. And there's nothing I can do about it. So that's my mistake. So, live and learn, guys. Live and learn. I blame Jace for this, because Jace is a mind mage. And Jace is messing with my mind. Alright. It's just a minor hiccup. It's just a minor hiccup. You know what? I meant to do that. This was for your benefit, everyone watching. This was definitely planned the entire time. Let me check the script that I wrote down. Yes, it says here, lose on purpose so everybody learns what it's like to lose. See? Look at that. And look, it's telling us something we already did. That's nice. Thank you for the tip. Alright. Let's try this again. Yeah. Our white deck can't deal with a lot of flying. But here we are. We just got to play the cards we're given properly. Unlike me, who did not play them properly the first time around. Be sure to make fun of me in the comments. Let me know if you guys beat it the first time round and I just suck at Magic. It could be true. Could be true. But based on that little tip it gave us after we lost, it wants us to use this on this for the air elementals that are, of course, going to be popping up next turn. So, good times. I am going to block this time. No, I'm not, because last time we blocked next turn and just killed it. So yeah, no, never mind. I'm just ignore me. Next, I'm gonna swing in with one of them. And then keep this person here for blocking. Or to prevent them from attacking. But they're going to attack. Okay, so we're going to block. And then we are going to push block. And then we are going to give Moorland Inquisitor first strike. Huzzah. Alright. And deja vu. Glitch in the Matrix. Alright. We're going to swing. And then we're going to save whichever one we need to save. Just like that. Alright. So we could swing in for 2, lose one of our creatures. I don't want to... I am supposed to do this, huh? It really wants me to? Fine. I'm trying to overthink it, but the game's literally telling me what to do. Gain 4 life. Okay, fine. Fine. The game knows how to play Magic better than me. But, alright, so now we play this. Now we play this. It's gonna do, we're not gonna attack, because this has to attack with us in order to get double strike. Sure. I like to draw cards. Why can't I draw cards? Yeah, nuts. Okay, so we essentially just win because double strike. But we will play this anyways for funsies, and then we will swing in. Everything will get double strike. Yeah, so we're gonna do 4 damage. But yeah, we still played that wrong. Wow. Okay, apparently I'm really bad at this game. Now they're just gonna swing for 8 and kill us. Who knew teaching you guys how to play Magic was gonna teach me how to play Magic better? Look at that, we're learning together. Maybe it was a good idea started over again. Alright, so we lose again. Interesting. Well, this is a little embarrassing, I have to say. What tip are you gonna give us today? Yeah. Golden experience, apparently. That's nice. We get prizes. Thank you. Well, yeah, I already know that. Thank you, though. It already told us to do that. Oh, interesting. Well, we'll give it another go. We're not going to open a pack yet. Said we had a pack at the top there. I say that now. Nobody else really saw that, I don't think. But here we are. We're going to give it one more go before we just get really mad and walk away. And no, we're not going to do that. We're gonna try him. We're gonna be bold, as is intended. So, just gonna do that to save the 2 life for now. Trying something different. Can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It's just not gonna work that way. So they didn't play an air elemental. Interesting. I mean, okay. We'll do that. Interesting. I guess they're not supposed to play it until they have 16 life. I don't know. What's the trigger? What do you want from us, game? What do you want from us? Perfection. That is what it wants. Same thing as usual. Activate this thing. You know, maybe we're supposed to wait until we can gain life off of it. I don't know. But I don't wanna. Not gonna attack yet. Probably played this wrong still. Hopefully everybody watching is having more luck than me. Because apparently I am awful at this game. I swear, I'm actually not terrible at this game. And you guys can learn something from me by watching, I swear. I swear. And I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. Well, this is I'm gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're going to do this. We're going to gain 14 life. Okay, that's more like it, right? Alright. I think we got this now. Alright. What card are we... This is so much harder when we don't have Impassioned Orators keeping us alive, you know? What are they going to give us for our next card? Find out on the next exciting episode of Draw Step. Really? 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 I mean... I mean... we lose again. If I had that other creature, we would have been fine, so I probably wasn't supposed to block as early as I did without being able to activate First Strike with that other Moorland Inquisitor. So now we know. We're going to have to do this one more time. We're going to celebrate Dance of Free one more time. We're going to do it. Yes, thank you. I clearly didn't do it right. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to open up a pack first. Just to break things up. We're going to give ourselves a little reward, a little treat for trying. We're going to open up this pack and see what we get. I don't even know if we're going to be able to use any of these cards in our current deck, but some green cards that do things, some red, black, blue cards that do things. This guy potentially could go in our white deck. 2 other creatures attack, put a 1/1 counter on it. Cool. We're just going to go home. We're going to take a pause now, and we're going to pick up where we left off after a quick break from our sponsors, by which I have none.